What's up, my dudes? Reading comments. Now, I've made certain videos kind of like this before where I would go in there and like directly read comments from a specific video, but this is going to be the first video in quite a long, never-ending series that I'm going to start up here where I just go in there and read completely random comments from random videos, positive comments, negative comments, neutral comments, silly comments, constructive comments. You know, I'm just going to go in there and just read comments, period. I could be reading comments from a video that I made 2 years ago. I could be reading the comment that was last posted on my channel. I mean, I'm just going to totally do it randomly here. And I wanted to come in here and do this because it's going to allow people to feel like them commenting on something means a little bit more. Because if you don't know, most of the time with any YouTuber over like 5,000 subs, odds are they're probably not going to reply to your comment. I mean, they're just not going to. And I try to do that on some videos. It can be very difficult on some of them, but I think coming in here and doing an actual talking video and replying to people's comments is a cool direct way to interact with the people. You know what I'm saying? I would have said fans, but it's not just fans. It's also kind of, you know, haters and stuff like that that you're kind of reacting to and replying to and stuff like that. So we're not just doing positive comments, not just doing negative comments. Like I'm saying, we're getting it all. It's going to be a complete mashup of every one of my videos, every type of comment. So let's get this puppy started, why don't we? Okay, so this first comment is on my very first video, my MX Simulator Oasis custom track that I had there at the very, very beginning. And this guy's name is Silky4Bananas. And he says, think you should change down a bit later. You change down too early. You know, shifting down too quickly. I don't know if that's actually what he meant by that, but obviously that was back when I was a complete amateur, and now I somewhat know what I'm doing. But yeah, I definitely had that problem at the very beginning where I would shift quicker than I needed to, and basically the engine braking would slow the bike down into the corner instead of just like holding my momentum through it. And that's also a problem you can get in real life riding as well, where you shift down too quickly, or you just kind of roll into the corners, you let off the gas too quick, especially on a 4-stroke. That engine braking will kill your speed, dude. Like a 2-stroke, it almost like specifically my 125, my YZ125, basically like with it, you just kind of hit the gas and it'll naturally glide into the corners at a perfect speed. Whereas my 254 stroke, it's almost like you really got to hammer the throttle all the way to the bitter end of the corner, or that engine braking is going to slow you down without you even realizing it. That's kind of the whole point to it, but it also applies to MX Simulator as well. Okay, let's go to a different comment. I'm just going completely random here. I'm checking out my first training other people video. I'm going to go down here and read a comment. Okay, he says, he says, drinking game, take a shot every time Spencer says like. Every time Spencer says vibe, every time Spencer says for real, every time Spencer says dude, every time Spencer says I mean, the list just goes on and on and on and on. You make a drinking game in every single one of my videos. You could pick out one word in just about every single video that I've ever made and have a drinking game on it. Like, you really could. That's just kind of a product of, you're always going to have certain words that you sort of go to when your mind's kind of in that, okay, what am I going to say next kind of level. And so either you're going to say a lot, you're going to say like a lot, you're going to say but a lot, or you're going to say and a lot, stuff like that. And that's just kind of the way it is. I mean, that's just, when you see most all of my videos, I would say 99% of my videos, they're made on the fly, and they're made with little to no cuts on them whatsoever. So I've really had to learn how to, it's almost like I'm giving a speech in every single one of the videos that I make. I'm not one of those kind of YouTubers that, you know, has 10,000 different cuts in their video, and you can't even watch the video because, like, hey, my name is cut, and then, oh, I'm doing this, cut to this, and then cut to that, and then you can't even keep up with what the hell they're doing. Those people couldn't talk in a video for more than 10 seconds without stuttering or fucking up. Like, I can sit here and talk all day long without stuttering, but you might get a little bit more of those sort of pause words that I like to call them, where it's like, like, but, for sure, for real, you know, all that kind of stuff. It kind of gets into that a little bit. But either way, yeah, funny comment there for sure. For sure. So let's go to my, let's see. Just trying to find a kind of a random video here. Okay, my dirt bike room tour video. Let me see what some of the comments are on this one. Okay, so the dude said, what do you do as a job? Well, farming simulator minus the simulator. I actually commented back on that comment there. So basically that's what I do, man. During the summertime, I do farming, working on the farm, driving tractors, yeehaw boy, you know, all that kind of stuff, baby. And I'm not all that, like, what you would call super country guy. It's just, that's what I do. But it's, it is way more of an air-conditioned tractor, not so much. I mean, I've had my days where I've been out in the hot, driving trucks out in the hot with no AC. You know, I know what a hard day's work is, but it's not farming in the sense of, like, out there with the pitchfork, you know, digging up some pig shit or something. Like, it's more like in a tractor, but it is very, very repetition. I mean, when you're on a tractor for 10 hours straight, literally, and you don't get up off the tractor seat, like, and do that for 10 days in a row on the exact same field, you just do not know the definition of the word monotonous until you've done that, man. That is on another level for sure. All right, let's check out another video. All right, let's go to my good or bad MX vs. ATV All Out video. This one's at like 21,000 views. Quite a few comments on this one, 148. The top comments, what's up, my dudes? I think they got quite a few likes on that one. Then the next comment there was, I just got it for PC today. This is definitely the hardest MX vs. ATV I've played. Yeah, I wouldn't say it is the hardest. It was just different, you know. I would definitely say Reflex is the hardest arcade motocross game there is out there, period. Okay, so let's go down to another one. All right, going to go to my No Man's Sky variation multiplayer update talk video. Let's see what somebody said on this one. He said, this is coming from Mac 4 a day. He says, yes, finally someone who gets it. No Man's Sky is about exploring unique and interesting places, not screwing around with other players like you can in so many other games. Yeah, I'll go down to another one here. The Meat Wide Show says, exactly, they need to stop the ARG stuff and get on with the updates. They need to talk to the community face-to-face. Yes, I agree with that. No Man's Sky Hello Games needs to get more into actually talking to us. Give us some trailers, give us some updates, do something. You're leaving us out in the cold winter, middle of nowhere, and we don't know what the hell to do. This is the last thing you need to be doing when you have the potential for people to be getting bored of your game. You need to be keeping us updated, man. So a next little comment right there is from Dawson Coney. He says, they gave everyone No Man's Sky. Now no one else wanted to hear more about waiting for the game, so they had to bring it out because fans would lose their hype. So basically what he's saying right there is, like, he's saying that they had to come out with these updates like this or everyone would lose their hype for it. And he's saying, I didn't like the release date is what I meant to say. Yeah, I mean, basically No Man's Sky was an alpha beta game, but they released it like it was a fully finished product, and it just wasn't. So that was the main problem with that. You know, it just was not finished, and so then the updates, they're kind of like scrambling with them, and they don't really know what to do. They're trying to, like, put these things in there that people wanted to be there, but weren't actually supposed to be in there from the beginning, and then so now your hardcore old school fans are not as into it because the game has changed. So hopefully this whole No Man's Sky Next update can fix some of that. That's what I'm hoping for sure. Okay, so going to my Triple Crown Pro Race on MX Simulator, Minneapolis. Let's go down here to the comments on this one. It's from CDINO. That's his name. He says, at 257, that was not open, what an ass, and 215, what the fuck, people taking you out on purpose. So this is that race where I got taken out 2 or 3 times. Very, very difficult to, and by the way, I'm not, like I've always said, I don't care how you hit me in a corner, as long as you're not a lapper. I mean, it's basically fair game, you know? Like, I may think something was too aggressive, right? Like, some of those passes might have been a little bit aggressive, whatever, but I don't think anybody should be banned or suspended. I'm not going to try to protest you, you know, none of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to sit here and whine about how you hit me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of guy. I've never been that kind of guy. There's two kind of ways to go about doing it. You can sit there and whine about getting hit, you know, getting hit too hard in a corner, and think that that's going to change something, but it really doesn't. Like, they're just going to hit you like that again. Then what are you going to say? You ain't got shit to say, boy. You're either going to accept it or not accept it. And if you don't accept it, doesn't really matter. They're still going to do it anyway. So if you just accept it, you can prepare yourself better for it. So, yeah, I mean, even those 2 people made pretty aggressive passes on me. It's not that big of a deal, man. I mean, yeah, it totally fucked my race, but is what it is. That's racing, right? But what I was trying to say, though, is specifically with a road in MX Simulator, the way that it builds those singular ruts in the corners, it's really difficult to guard your insides. Like another guy said, his name is Get Trippy, he said, Spencer, why do you let these dudes always slam you in the corners? Well, that's what I'm talking about. When you have a road on a supercross track and it builds that sort of one singular flowing rut, it makes it to where to hit that rut properly, you kind of have to get to the outside of the corner a little bit. And that's why you're way less thinking about protecting that inside line when it's got that singular rut, because if you just go up the inside to protect it, you're not going to be able to hit that rut very good at all. So that's why I was doing that. That's why in a lot of those occasions it was like, why is Spencer going so wide? You know, why did he let those people run up the inside? It's because I'm really trying to get down in that rut fast. You know, I'm trying to get down in that eroded rut. If you didn't have terrain deformation or a road in the pro racing, it wouldn't be like that. You could just go up the inside and just swoop your back end around, you know, kind of power around the inside of the corner, but you can't do that as much. And like if you do go up the inside to pass somebody, you're basically going to almost come to a complete stop, because you're going to be going like completely crossing a rut, and it's going to totally slow you down. So that's one of those occasions where it's like someone's crossing over ruts to pass me, and they just end up running into me but it's one of those things, it's not like I can really protect the inside as much because I'm trying to go fast around the outside. If I don't go fast around the outside, they're going to catch me anyways. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to explain that if you haven't really pro raced in a road in MX Simulator yet. But okay, let's go. But yeah, like I was saying though, as far as people running into me, you will never ever hear me just sitting here complaining about how someone ran into me. You'll never see me in chat going, oh, what the fuck was that, dude? Oh my gosh. Like, I'm just not that kind of guy. I'm not a type in chat after someone hits me in a corner kind of guy. I won't do it. I just will not do that. And I did do that at the very, very beginning of MX Simulator. You know, I'd kind of be like, what kind of pass was that? What are you doing? But it got to that certain point where it's like, that's pointless. There's no reason to whine and cry about getting hit in a corner. There's absolutely no reason to complain about how someone passed you. There's no reason. It's not even going to do anything. There's no point to it. So that's why I've always been the way that I have been, and why I do not protest anyone in MX Simulator, because it's basically me not protesting anybody is me saying like, dude, I'm not a crybaby about this. You know, dude, you can hit me any way you want to hit me. I'm going to be straight up. I'm a man about the situation. I'll race you like a man. Now, I may come and hit you the next weekend, but I'm not going to sit here and cry about how you ran into me a little too aggressive. I'm just never going to do that. So, yeah, either way, like I'm saying, I think we're all like that at the beginning, but some people just are still like that 2 or 3 years down the line. It's like, dog, you eventually just got to learn crying and whining and complaining about it does not actually do anything. The only thing you can do is just go to the next race and keep on trucking. That's all you can do about it. So, all right, let's go to the not worth $60 Monster Energy Supercross rant video. I know I made quite a few of these. Got some colorful comments in these, so we'll see what we get. Dude was like, what the fuck happened to this channel? Well, I went from, I don't know, 3,000 subs to almost 9,000 subs. Yeah, that's what happened to it. So the next comment says, sounds like this channel has turned into a rage at viewers channel where the user makes content based on his viewers' comments. Well, have you seen quite a few of my recent videos here? Have you looked at what I was doing before the official Monster Energy Supercross game was released? Have you even looked at any of that? Or did you just find my channel when I started making these videos, so you just want to think that every single one of my videos are like this, and you just want to selectively erase in your mind that I could possibly have any other videos on my channel? Let's just forget about those 60 plus custom tracks I've made for the community for absolute free. There's absolutely no sort of rantish anything in those videos at all. All of the track reviews I've done on MX Simulator, there's not really much of any ranting on those videos. I've done upwards of almost 200 of those. You act like my whole channel is like a ranting channel. It's not like that. This ain't no Leafy is here channel or whatever. That's not even what my channel is. But of course, they're going to blow that out of proportion and act like that's what my whole channel is, which is my whole point to all of those rant videos to begin with. You know, people act like that and they don't know what they're talking about. So this is my future SX custom track video. Let's go down the comments of this dude. Got 18 on this one. He says, where can I find more of your tracks? This is from Unfunny Name Anims, something like that. So basically, every single one of my custom tracks are going to be on my YouTube channel in my MX Simulator custom track playlist, my custom track playlist. So if you click on my name and you go to my front page, that'll be the first playlist there. You'll see it. If you click on that, that'll be all of my custom tracks. I have started slowly releasing all of them on the forums. I haven't gotten to all of my tracks. I still probably have, you know, maybe 40, 50 of my custom tracks that haven't even been released on the forums yet, MX Simulator forums, but eventually they will get released out there as well. So yeah, but that's always been where you can find my custom tracks, is on that MX Simulator My Custom Tracks playlist on my YouTube channel. That's where every single one of them gets released, basically at the very beginning. So yeah, pretty easy to find once you do that. So this is the MX Simulator sponsors video, when I was saying I was going to sponsor some tracks and do all that. Let me actually see some comments on this one. I'm doing some third-person gameplay here as well. Let me go down. Okay, got a comment from Donut. He says, legend. That was all about my talking about at the very beginning, because he made a video on me, how Oprah was my mother and shit like that, and I just kind of went along with it, and so yeah, that's where that comes from. Okay, so I got a comment from Tucker Martin. He says, dude, I want Spencer Turley stickers. I would put that shit on my bike so fast. So yeah, let me just talk about the whole merchandise YouTuber type of thing. So obviously I have endless amounts of ideas and potential and possibility with all my sayings and themes and track biomes and all that shit. I mean, I could sit there and make merch for, you know, years and still be coming out with different stuff. What I'm doing with the whole merch thing is, once I get to like maybe 100,000 subs on YouTube, that's when I'll start doing that. Because before you get to 100,000, it's almost like you're making clothes and stuff like that, but you're not even big enough for it to really, because once you start making clothes and doing all that, then you need a warehouse, then you need this, then you need that. Kind of becomes all these extra expenses. So basically, that's when I'll start doing Spencer Turley merch, is when I get to like 100,000 subs on YouTube. But until that point, not really going to be seeing much of that, but hopefully we'll get there sooner than later. Then you'll be seeing stuff like, what's up, my dudes, t-shirts, Galaxy design stuff. I'll probably have to, you know, kind of hire my own designer, you know, work with them, do that kind of stuff, get stuff that I really want to look cool. All my different sayings will be on shirts, stickers, all that kind of stuff. I do have big plans to do that eventually, but my YouTube channel just has to get a little bit bigger until I can, before I can really start doing that. Okay. So another video, this is from my time-lapse video on Chill SX, my custom track. Amazing Potato says he's got the two little quote things, and he's like, forgets to save. He's got the two little parentheses, I said quotes, two little parenthesis things around forgets to save. Like, you know, like I was going in there and building the whole track, time-lapse, and then like, oh, if I forgot to save it, like, that'd be terrible. Yeah, he's basically just making a joke, little meme. And then Chase, D-A-I-G-N, Denault, something like that. He says, how do you delete decals? I think it's X. Like, you actually have to go over the decal and hit X, or you can, like, scroll out and just hold down X over a bunch of the decals. I'm pretty sure that's the right button. It's either X or C or one of those. Hamo M8 says, sign my titties, Spencer. Will do, dog. Okay, so my Michael Jordan vlog video that I did not that long ago. Let's see some of the comments on this puppy. So, there's a guy named Gabe Steve, something like that. He says, can you stop posting? This is the same guy that has commented in like my past 10 videos saying, can you stop posting? Why are you still posting? Why are you still making videos? Stop making videos. And apparently he doesn't realize him continuing to comment on my videos is only helping my videos. The only way to kill a YouTube channel is to stop watching that YouTube channel and stop commenting on that YouTube channel. That's what is so hilarious about haters on YouTube, is they're actually feeding you. They're actually making you bigger. Literally, when people are hating, like this dude right here, he's all butthurt that I'm still making videos, and, you know, he can't stand it that I'm out here making it. He's keeps on posting on my videos. Can you stop posting? Stop posting. Blah, 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 blah. You know, the random hater stuff. He's done it on the past, like, 10 videos, right? And all he's doing is making my videos bigger. I'm telling you, the more comments you get, the more views you get, the bigger videos you're going to get. And the bigger your channel is going to get, aka the more money you're going to make. So, theoretically, in a way, your haters on YouTube are actually making you more money. Oh my God, I love life sometimes. I really do. Goodness gracious, man. Okay, so let's go to another comment. Really wanted to get a bit of a variation there on the, you know, different types of videos that I've made, different games, you know, positive, negative comments. That's what I want this series to be, and I will, like I said, continue this series even further on than this, but I'll run through a couple more. So this is was the past too dirty with Tomac Mooscan. So let's see. I know this got like 8,000, 9,000 views, something like that. So Toxic Bullet 73 says, I'm a Tomac super fan, quote unquote, and I hate Mooscan. ... I have no problem with what happened. That's racing. Now I can't wait to see Tomac punt Marvin. Yeah, I mean, most of you guys understand it. You know, to have any sort of consistent basis of anything, you basically have to just say it, get it in your head, like, it doesn't matter how this person passes me. Don't whine and cry about it, you know. You just have to accept it, or you better whine and cry about every little situation, because it's either one or the other, you know. You're either going to be a man about racing, or you're not going to be a man about racing. And it's the people that don't talk about suspending, and that was too rough, that was too aggressive, blah blah blah. That's stupid. That shouldn't even be part of the conversation, because it makes no sense. You can't have a too aggressive pass or not too aggressive. Like, there's no consistent middle ground. You can't say if it was or wasn't. So it's just one of those things. It's either you ban collision, you know, contact with riders altogether, or you just allow pretty much everything. And that's basically how motocross has to be, or you're going to have some super unfairness going on when you start trying to fine people and do all that. That is stupid. Let the people race, man. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.